चरण सरोज रज, निज बन मुकुर सुधारी। भरनौ रघुबर बिमल जसु, जो दायक फल चारि। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके, सुमिरो पवन कुमार। बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि, हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवारी सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरन विराज सुबेशा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा। हाथ वज्र औ ध्वजा बिराजे, कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगबंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, बिकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज सवारे। लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम प्रिय भरतहि सब भाई। सस बदन तुम रोजस गावे, अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जब कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते, कबि कोबिद कहि सके कहते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा, राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा। तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्त्र जो जन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू। प्रभु मुद्रिका मैली मुख माहि, जल्दी लागी गए अचरज नाहि। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सभारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाकते कापे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु सत्य के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता, असबर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्त न धरहि, हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करहि। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ करे कोई, छूटहि बद्धि महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होए सिद्ध साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय मह डेरा। पवन तने संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसो सुरभूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो रे भाई सब संतन की जय। जय श्री राम, जय श्री कृष्ण, जय हनुमान। Today we are going to try and understand verse number 6 and 7 of chapter 2, Sankhya Yoga. Actually, when there is Vishad in your life, when there is grief in your life, and things are actually not going your way, right? When there is agony, there's confusion, when nobody is standing by you, there is immense Vishad, immense grief that emerges from one's heart. And that is the time when one questions this mundane existence. Otherwise, till things are in our favor, everybody is nice, everything is beautiful, who looks at God? And that is why there is a beautiful saying that goes, दुख में सुमिरन सब करे, सुख में करे न कोई। जो सुख में सुमिरन करे, फिर दुख काहे को होई। सुख में प्रभु याद नहीं आते हैं, दुख में जब संसार दूर चला जाता है, तब हमारी निगाहें प्रभु को खोजती है। If in our joyous moments, when everything is in our favor, we have close proximity to the Lord, to the giver of everything, we will not lose hope or faith or topple down to the level of grief in any situation. Now the question might arise that Arjuna chose Krishna over the army, right? He chose Krishna over everything else. Still, why is that Vishad there in his heart? Today, In these two verses, we will get our answer. Let's start. न चेत् त्वितपः कतरन्नो गरियो यद्वा जयेम यदि वा नो जयेयुः यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषामः तेव स्थिता प्रमुखे धार्तराष्ट्राः. In this verse, now Arjun is in a state of intense confusion. Nachetadvitbaha kataranno gariyo. He's saying, I do not know whether I should fight the battle or not. Right? And he goes on to say, Ki, I do not even know whether we will win this battle or not. Right? And now, the doubt has arisen in my head because you, O Krishna, is calling me a fool, is calling me a coward, is calling me a person who wants to leave his own dharma, is calling me a person who is going to get an arya, a jushtam, a swargyam. That means you are leaving your true nature of an Aryan. Now this Dravidian and Aryan philosophy does not go with our scriptures. Who got it? Why it has come? Why the divide? Let's leave it. Aryan means noble. So over here, Sri Krishna is saying, you will be giving up your noble tendencies, your noble nature. You would not find any kirti in this world, nor you will find place in the heavens. So Arjuna is saying to Krishna that when you are rebuking me like this for something I thought was a good, kind, big-hearted conduct of just giving everything away to my brothers. Yes, Dhritarashtra's sons, Duryodhan and his brothers are after all my relatives. Bhishma Pitama and my acharyas, I have responsibility towards them. I thought in my mind that I was acting in a noble manner. However, Shri Krishna, you are telling me that I am a coward. I am not at all behaving in the Aryan manner. And now I am confused. Chalo अच्छा है, confusion तो आया ना. So far, Arjun was adamant. He was justifying his own argument, thinking that he was right. That was the right thing to do. And at that time, Shri Krishna did not open his mouth, because he knew Arjun was not in a state of mind to listen to anything. Right? जब कोई सुनना ही नहीं चाहता, तो बोले क्यों? But now, when Arjun is becoming receptive, right? There is more tendency to hear. He is like, okay, so you tell me, Krishna, now I am confused whether not fighting against my grandfather Bhishma Pitama and Acharya, not fighting against my brothers is right or wrong. So I am confused. मैं युद्ध करूं अथवा ना करूं, इन दोनों बातों का निर्णय मैं नहीं कर सक रहा हूं. So he is asking Krishna to make the decision on his behalf because he is unable to decide. Amazing. So finally, from that negative bent of mind where I will not fight the battle and it is wrong, Arjun has come to a level where he's saying, I do not know what is wrong and what is right. So from that rigid path, he has become flexible. And that is the beginning of gaining knowledge. Till there is flexibility, till there is a desire to understand more, till you agree that yes, there is a possibility that I am getting things wrong, nobody can teach you anything. And just like in the previous verse, we explained that we sometimes don't even know that we are wrong because our vices are dressed up as virtues. They're disguised as virtues. And then we defend them. And one of the biggest vice we talked about was attachment. We all suffer from the vice of attachment. And trust me, this is our biggest downfall. Attachment. Mark it. Attachment to the body, attachment to the world, attachment to the children, attachment to our house, attachment to our parents, attachment. And again, attachment and love are not interchangeable. They are not the same in meaning. They are way different. You can love without attachment. But where there is attachment, there is no love. Now Arjun has realized probably he is getting the entire situation mixed up. Probably he is getting influenced by his attachments, and probably attachment is not a good thing to have. And when he realizes that his decisions, his vision, his mind is clouded and conditioned, he finally says, I do not know what is right. Changes. He accepts that I do not know what is right. I do not know what is wrong. It's a big thing to accept that I am confused. And that is what Arjun is hinting against. And then he says, Yadva jayema yati vano jayeyuhu. He says, if I follow your advice, O Shri Krishna, then we are going to fight. Now, if fighting will lead to victory or loss, that also I do not know. And then we will be destroying our relatives, our family, who deserve our love. Right? We'll be destroying our relatives, our family, who deserve our love. And after that, especially those Dhritarashtra Putra, those people, Duryodhana and our relatives, we will probably take away their life, and we will not be eligible to live after we do such a thing. So he's saying, firstly, now I do not know whether it is right to fight the battle or not, whether it is right not to fight the battle or not. Secondly, if I follow what you are saying and I go ahead and fight the battle, is there a guarantee for victory? And if we end up destroying our kutumbi, our relatives, will we have the right to live? This is a big dilemma, isn't it? And this is a dilemma in front of all of us. This dilemma arises when we consider giving up attachment as giving up love. Over here, Shri Krishna is asking Arjun to follow his dharma. What is his dharma? His dharma as a Kshatriya is to fight for establishment of virtues and dharma, and to eliminate adharma, which Arjun is getting confused of. He has forgotten what is the essence of his existence is, and he's saying he would rather beg. And when he's saying he would rather beg, he is showing that he has no greed towards anything that is there. And that, I should say, is a qualifying point over here. Somewhere, he does not desire for wealth or power or money. And when there is no desire for name, fame, and money, no desire to prove a point, that person is eligible for the divine knowledge. Most of the time, we always want to prove our point, isn't it? Ki we are right, they are wrong. What we did was the right way. We want to justify. Over here, Arjun does not want to justify. He just wants to let go. He says, I do not want to justify. I do not want to explain. I do not care if people blame me. I do not care if people ridicule me. I am not going to justify myself anywhere. I just want out. Because it does not make sense to me. Now, when this kind of humility, this kind of a behavior which does not have ego has surfaced, what happens? Ego, man, minus ego is equal to God. And that is when the Lord starts speaking. So over here, he has now given up the ego to prove. He has also given up the ego to know. He is not even saying that I know. And that is where the Lord is ready to speak. Because he suddenly realized that probably I do not understand where I am going wrong. And Sri Krishna is still listening, because although he has rebuked, Sri Krishna has asked him to just stand up and fight. Sri Krishna has not given the reason why as of now. Because Arjun never asked. Only when the student is ready will the teacher appear. And if the student is not ready, will the teacher appear? No. Even if the teacher is in front, the Lord is there, the situation is conducive. If our mental faculties are not ready, we will not be able to grasp the divine knowledge. Over here, Arjun is empty now. Very much empty, yes. Again and again he's going to ask questions. But our Shastras and our scriptures never deter us from asking questions. The entire scriptures, be it Ramayana, Bhagavad, anything, they are a dialogue, isn't it? Dialogue between Parikshit and Sukdev, dialogue between Parvati and Shivji. They are dialogues between two individuals clarifying their doubts, asking for knowledge. So, questions are always welcomed. But the way we ask questions has to be to know and not to test. Many a times, we ask questions to test the knowledge of the one in front. Nahi bhai. What knowledge? This knowledge is like never ending. The more you read, the more you know that you do not know. And that is what has happened to Arjun. The more tapasya he has done, the more he has indulged in his sattvic tendencies, the more advanced he has become in his sadhana, the more he has realized that he does not know. He does not know anything. Suddenly, that confidence of knowing because of his jap, tap, yam, niyam has gone. And that is what is needed. See, we all have to do sadhana. We all have to walk this path. We all have to do tapas. We all have to. But there will come a time when, in spite of all the effort becoming effortless, we'll realize that we do not know. The more I walk, the more I do not know where to go. And over here, when this kind of a state is reached, Arjun is not an individual who has not done any tapas. He is the greatest sadhak ever. That is why Sri Krishna is there with him and he is holding on to Sri Krishna. Even in this kind of an adverse situation, he has not run away. Yes, he is confused, but he is confused and he will get his answers from God, and this is the clarity he has. So the Lord is again waiting for Arjun to ask. Unasked, no knowledge should be given to anybody. Most of the greatest gurus, now we see people and gurus Gurus having disciple in masses. Before, this was not the trend. This is not for the masses. One such disciple is enough for a guru who could take forward and who could realize Brahman. Most gurus had very few disciples because it was not easy to follow what that guru was saying, because the guru was not merely speaking. He wanted each and everything to be internalized. And internalization is not possible by all. Just like they say, right, PhD is not for all. This divine knowledge is rare. So unless and until a disciple is ready, a seeker is so desperate to leave everything, he has understood the futile nature of his very existence, futile nature of all the relations. When he has given up everything, right? He has raised his hands. Now Arjuna has raised his hand. Till Draupadi was fighting and asking and looking around the world for help, Krishna did not come. Till she was holding her clothes by herself, Krishna did not come. But when she realized that this is only through grace and God that I will be saved, she raised her hands. Right? And uske baad to kya tha? Her sari never came to an end. Because the Lord took charge. When the Lord takes charge, there is no reason to worry, because we as individuals, if we hold God's hand, there is a question mark that we might let go. So whenever we pray, we should say, God, you hold my hand. Because when you hold my hand, I know you will not let go. Just like when a baby is holding a mother, when the baby falls asleep, the baby lets go, right? But because the mother has taken responsibility, the mother is holding the baby close. Mother will never let go, no matter what. The mother does not let go of her baby. Whether the baby is sleeping, crying, the baby is shouting, yelling or hitting. When the mother is holding the baby, she would not let any harm come to her baby. And that is what Arjun is saying now. He's saying, I am confused whether to fight or not. I am confused that even if we go ahead, as you are telling me, to fight the battle, there is no surety that we will win or lose. Who knows? Do we know? We do not know anything that is going to happen. We do not know about a second ahead. What do we know about anything else? We believe we know. We believe we are sure. We believe we can write our destiny, but we can't. We do not know. And in the same way, Arjuna has realized that he does not know anything. He does not know about the future. He does not know about the past. He does not know, and Sri Krishna probably does. And then he says, what joy will I get by killing my Kutumbis? I do not know. Basically, now he has just put it down to the fact that I do not know anything. And hence, I will leave it to you to guide me and tell me what is right and what is wrong. So in the next verse, he says, he goes on to say, verse number 7. Let's turn to verse number 7. He says, Karparya dosho pahat swabhavaha prichabhi tvabdha pasabhura cheta yat shreyasnadish chitabhuhi tadbe yat shreyasyadesh chitabruhi tadbe shishyas tehab shadi bhabtva prapannam. He's saying, my heart is overpowered by taint of pity. My mind is confused as to duty. I ask thee, tell me decisively what is good for me I am thy disciple. Instruct me. I have taken refuge in thee. And before this, he says, I can scarcely say which will be better, that we should conquer them or that they should conquer us, even the sons of Dhritarashtra, after slaying whom we do not wish to live, stand facing us. And now he's saying, मैं तो confused हूँ. Many a times, our hearts are overtaken by pity, isn't it? We are overshadowed by self-pity. And then when we look at the world, we are overshadowed by our conditioning. We see the world, we all see whatever is the color outside will depend on the lens, isn't it? So now he has realized that probably what he is seeing or what he is concluding is not unbiased. It is biased. He is probably not being able to reach a point of a place which is not clouded by any preconceived notions, any judgments, any previous situations. See, we are conditioned. We tend to react to situation based on our previous experiences. We tend to react to situation based on our unknown previous experiences also, our vasanas, which we carry birth after birth after birth. There have been cases when a person is unduly scared of water. Why? Because probably in his previous birth he had drowned and died. And when we do the regression, we have heard of regression therapies, that is what they find out. So basically Arjun has realized that there is kind of a cloud which is not letting him be totally discriminate, right? He is not able to put his vivek in place. Now, binu vivek, kya hoga? Nothing. But when your vivek is not working, whose vivek can you rely on? When you know that there is something, I am clouded by self-pity, I am deluded, I do not know what is right and what is wrong, right? And I am probably being influenced by my past experiences, and I am also being influenced by my vasanas. Hence, whatever my decision is not going to be unbiased, and it is not going to be totally indiscriminate. It has to be, I'm unable to use my vivek. Now Arjun has come to this point. That is very good. Most of us never do come to this point. Most of us keep defending our viewpoint. We keep defending our outlook. We keep defending ourselves. We don't even realize that probably somewhere deep down, pity is speaking. Pity for the self, pity for others. But Arjun has realized it. And now, he is looking at Sri Krishna not as his friend anymore, right? He is saying, don't behave like my friend. You're not my friend anymore. So far, I had even forgotten that you're my friend. I had forgotten that you're Krishna. In fact, when we started talking, he told Krishna, Achyut, take my chariot in the middle of the two armies, right? So he was ordering Krishna as if he was a charioteer to him. And now that doubt has clarified. So he has realized that he is not a mere charioteer. I am not in control. He is in control. And not only this, he is not my friend. He is fit to be my guru. And now he's saying, you, Krishna, please take me as your disciple. I have taken refuge in you. Shishyasteham shadibam tvam praparnam. Take me as your disciple. take me as your shishya. See, when you offer yourself as a disciple to somebody, firstly you should, if you're not sure about, listening to everything that he says. Over here, Arjun has concluded that he will not go by his thought process. He will go by Sri Krishna's thought process. So he is ready to accept what Krishna has to say. He is ready for a guru. He is ready to take guidance and follow that guidance. Most of us are not. So suddenly Krishna, from being a friend and a relative, to being a charioteer, to again being a guide, and then finally has been asked to be a teacher. He says, now no cajoling. Okay? Don't talk to me as a friend. Don't talk to me as a relative. Don't talk to me. You are the charioteer. You are the main driving force in my life. Now I will follow you. I am your disciple. I will take instructions. Please help me clear this delusion off my head. Beautiful, isn't it? Unasked, even God does not answer. And over here, is there total surrender? There is surrender, but there is not total surrender. Surrender in the sense that he knows, that Krishna knows. There is something about Krishna which can guide me. He is fit to be my guru. I take him as my guru and I surrender as his disciple, but yet the surrender is not complete because he will be asking questions. He wants Krishna to make him understand. Surrender जब होता है तब कोई आपको बोले कि भाई अभी when you can see the sun outside and your guru says no, it is dark, it is night, you say okay, it must be night, I do not understand. Over here, he wants Krishna to explain. He has not accepted Krishna's advice fully. He is not saying that what Krishna is saying is right. But in his mind, he knows that what Krishna is saying is right. But I want justification. I want to understand it for myself. And that is what each and every one is supposed to do. A true teacher never gets angry of questions, never gets annoyed of doubts. Because now Arjun is saying, I know what you're saying is right. Probably you are right. But I don't understand. So a teacher, no matter what, will keep explaining till the child understands. Because that's the job of a teacher. And if a teacher cannot have that much of patience, that teacher does not have a right to be one. Patience, right? Patience that yes, I know something and now I will help you understand it. And that is how Geeta is built. One question after another, one doubt after another. Ultimately, if we think about it, chapter 2 has everything that we need to know. Sankhya Yoga, the yoga of wisdom. But then Arjun did not understand. He said, it is too concise for me. Abhi bhi mujhe samajh nahi aa raha. So Krishna said, no problem. I'll keep explaining. And Arjun kept asking. He kept explaining. Arjun kept asking. But now Arjun is asking as a disciple. See, Guru always sits up. The student sits down. It does not matter actually who is sitting where, right? But for the likes of Shiv, it does not matter. But for the likes of Parvati, it does. Because for the likes of Sati, it does. When Shivji and Sati had gone to take knowledge and talk about Sri Ram, the Rishi gave them a high asana to sit on. Shivji knew it does not matter. But Parvati or Sati at that time thought that who is he? He's sitting on the floor, we are sitting on the sofa. We are gods, he's just a sage. Who is he to give us knowledge? Shivji gained the entire knowledge, and what happened to Sati after that we know. She had to actually leave her body and come back as Parvati. At that time, she was more vigilant because she realized the folly. So over here, Arjun has given that higher status to Krishna. बहुत ज़रूरी है. Knowledge flows from up to down. Water flows from up to down. Knowledge flows from up to down. Unless and until we consider somebody capable of giving us knowledge, we will not have any impact. Krishna was always there, right? Throughout Arjun's life, Krishna was there. But this realization that Krishna is that divine, Krishna probably is one with that divine, Krishna is that divine, has just dawned. And that also not fully. That knowledge that Krishna knows more than me has dawned. So when somebody knows more than you, yes, Krishna is capable of being my guru has dawned. But abhi tak bhi Krishna does not, Arjun does not know Krishna as that divine. But he's willing to take knowledge. He's in that acceptance mode. Ki let the knowledge flow. I am willing to listen to you. I know you know more. I probably will understand if you explain. I am your disciple and you are my teacher. It's a very difficult thing. Accepting somebody as your teacher. And in this case, Arjun and Krishna, if you think about the relationship they share, they are brothers, right? They are friends. And saying you, Krishna, is going to be my guru must have been a total destruction of Arjun's ego. That is only when you can take somebody who is equal to you to be your guru. Otherwise, to pata hi nahi chalta. See, we have seen in this world, people either run after sages who are following a very different lifestyle because they think that being a sannyasi is greater than being a grihast or a normal householder. The level of, I think, the level of self-disgust is so high that a grihast does not think he is capable of anything. Only a sannyasi sitting in an ashram, donning an ochre robe, is able to give him knowledge, right? And a person near to you can never be your guru because isko kya pata hai, right? Only a person who's distant or who's dead can be a guru, right? Happens all the time. घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर हमेशा ही होता है, कोई नई बात नहीं है. So but over here Arjun, because of his immense tapasya, his immense sadhana which he has done, his immense purification, he is able to see the divinity in Krishna because Arjun himself is divine. And this kind of a vishad, this kind of a ego, crashing of ego can arise only after so much of tapasya. See, many a times we feel that tapasya is zaruri nahi hai. Nowadays, people justify not having to do any tap saying that it's not needed, Nahi. Sadhana, tapasya, penance, fasting, all this, leaving the riches and whatever you possess is essential. Because this is cleansing of the mind, cleansing of the heart. See, our soul knows. Arjun's soul always knew that Krishna's soul is divine, and Krishna's soul always knew that Arjun's soul is divine. There is no two, there is only one. However, the cleansing of the mind which is covering the soul is needed. And that is why sadhana is a must. And Arjun over here, if you read Mahabharata, you know how much of control he had on his senses. He was pure. And at that time, if we go from the adhyatmic point of view also, when a person is so advanced in his sadhana, right? And when the desires and the vices are almost going to be killed. And then there is a vacuum. Because the desires and vices of the material world will be killed. But the spiritual glimpse has not yet come. So there is a vacuum. And at that time, a person who has spent so much time in sadhana gets lonely, gets scared. He says, if I kill these now, I will have no bridge. If I burn my bridge now, I will have no place to go back to. There will be no place to go back to, because all the relationships, all my vices, all my desires, all the things I used to find joy in, everything that I know of the material world is going to be destroyed. Now, where is the surety that I will get that spiritual realm? Where is the surety that God will actually come? Is this path the right path? ये सही है क्या? जो मैं इतने समय से कर रही हूँ वो सही है या गलत है? This doubt is natural, but this doubt is natural after you have done your tapas. And this doubt will come. And that is where most of the people fail, because they turn back. It is too scary to take the next step. But when the person has put so much of sadhana, so much of tapas, so much of penance, and he knows that somewhere I am getting confused, the temptations are taking over, what should one person do? The person has to turn to a guru. Somebody who has already realized, somebody who already knows, somebody who knows this path, has treaded this path, and will tell you, don't worry, it's going to be all right. I have been there, done it, it is possible, let go. Piche ka sab chhod do. See, when the net is there, you don't fear jumping, right? It is a leap of faith when you jump without the net. But Arjun has taken that leap of faith. He is there at the battlefield. He is willing to destroy everything. However, that doubt, that second of doubt is there, and he has turned to his guru immediately. For some of us, that guru will awaken within. But for most of us, a Sakshat guru would be needed. Yes, God is always there. Granths are always there. But somebody who we can relate to. Always turn to a person who is in the same situation like you. They will be able to make you understand better, and they will be able to tell you, yes, ऐसी situation में, I am also in the same situation like you are. But this path is possible. A renunciate, what will he tell you? He knows renunciation. A person who has not renounced will tell you, Shri Krishna over here is not a renunciate. Shri Krishna is just, he has the same life like Arjun. He has children, he is married, he has a sister, he has a family. He is not Dronacharya or Bhishma. No. He is exactly in the same situation. He is a Kshatriya, There is no difference. Yet, Arjun realizes that he is accomplished. Being in the same situation, he is accomplished. So he will be able to tell me, because we share the situation. सोचिए, इस बात को सोचना बहुत जरूरी है. बहुत जरूरी है. And Arjun has actually turned to Shri Krishna as his guru to guide him and show him the path. It is like a breakthrough, isn't it? When you get your guru and he is ready to guide you. Doubts will still come. Again and again, questions will keep arising. But then Arjun has been sheltered now. Because Arjun said, now Krishna, you hold me. I won't hold on to you. Not as a friend. Not as a brother. Not as a relative. Now you hold on to me as a disciple. Now it is your duty to take me to liberation. It is your duty to make me understand. If I hold on to you, I'll let go. Krishna, if you hold on to me, you will never let go. Krishna, hold on to me and please help clear this doubt. Please tell me the right path. Please guide me. I am so confused. I don't even know what my dharma is. And that is the thing with all of us. We do not know what our dharma is. Over here he says, right? He is confused of his duty. Prichhami tvam dharma sambudha chetah. I don't even know what my dharma is. Doesn't it ring a bell? We also do not know what our dharma is. We delude and confuse ourselves, just like Arjun was doing. Arjun has now accepted that he does not know. We'll say, my dharma is equal to duty. Duty as a mother. My dharma is first towards my family. My dharma is first towards my husband. My dharma is first towards my children. My dharma is first towards my parents. I am a mother. I am a daughter. I am a sister. I am a wife. I am a neighbor. My dharma, my dharma, my dharma, my dharma. Are bhai. But beyond this, there is one more dharma, right? When we divide ourselves in these smaller dharmas, we get confused. Beyond this, there is one more dharma. And what is that dharma? That dharma is our Satchit Anand Swaroop. Our dharma is Satchit Anand. Our dharma is Chir Anand. Our dharma is bliss. Our dharma is being one with that divine. And all these other things that we call dharma are our material duties, bodily duties. Of course, that has to be filled. But what is your greater dharma? Now, over here, Arjun is saying, I'm confused what is my dharma. We all are confused what is our dharma. That is why, right? He's saying, my dharma towards my grandfather, I can't kill him. My dharma towards my brothers, I can't kill him. My dharma towards my guru, I can't kill him. It sounds just like us. So now Arjun is saying, I don't even know what dharma is. So Krishna will explain, bhai, dharma kya hota hai? Dharma is your true tendency which you should not leave no matter what. That is your Satchit Anand Swaroop. See, sugar does not leave its dharma when it's mixed with something bitter, right? It makes that thing sweet. In the same way, bitter kraut does not leave its dharma. It is bitter where whatever you put it in, it tastes a little bitter, right? Kasila swad aata hai. With these things, a scorpion does not leave his dharma, right? Of biting. The sage would not leave his dharma of rescuing. What is my dharma? So there is this big umbrella which is my true dharma. That is my Satchidanand Swaroop. Uske niche fit all these duties which we have been put into in the sansar. Then you will say it is not possible if I am in my Satchidanand Swaroop. How can I play so many other roles? Why can't you play so many other roles? When you are in your Satchidanand Swaroop, won't you be a better mother? Won't you be a better wife? Won't you be a better sister? Won't you be a better daughter? Because you will be seeing Satchidanand Swaroop in each and every one. So over here, Arjun is confused कि भाई मेरा धर्म क्या है? मेरे को तो attachment हो गया, भ्रम हो गया है. And then he is saying, I do not know what is right, what is wrong, what is better for me also I do not know. Right? To conclude. And what will I conquer, whether I'll win or not? Now Arjun ki battle, this battle of Kurukshetra, yes, physically it is happening, but mentally it happens to all of us. On this path of spirituality, na, a sadhak who has actually seriously taken to this path. ऐसे नहीं किया थोड़ा घंटी बजा ली सुबह शाम आरती कर ली. No. If a sadhak has actually started sacrificing or giving up, knowingly, unknowingly, the material world, after a point, this kind of a doubt will come. मेरा सब छूट गया है. This is this last straw. If I leave this, I will leave the material world and there is no surety. प्रभु तो आएगा या नहीं आएगा? संसार छोड़ गया और मेरा प्रभु ही नहीं आया तो मैं कहीं का नहीं रहूंगा. ये हर साधक के दिमाग में आता है. Any serious seeker who has consciously been working on sadhana and giving up one thing after another, isolating, it is always lonely at the top, isolating himself, shunning desires one by one, trying to counter the negative thoughts, trying to counter attachment, giving up on one thing after another, material things, pleasures, everything, at a point when he realizes that almost everything has been taken away. Now nothing is left. This is the bridge. The minute I burn the bridge, I'll never be able to go back to my material existence. This doubt will come now. कि ठाकुर तू आएगा ना? मैंने तो सब छोड़ दिया तेरे लिए. This is the doubt of a sadhak. Arjun is a great sadhak. ऐसे ही थोड़ी कृष्ण बोलने लग जाते हैं. And this great sadhak has almost surrendered. Almost. I'm not saying fully surrendered. He's almost surrendered and he's saying, ठाकुर जी, कृष्ण जैसे आप बोलोगे मैं वैसे चलने को तैयार हूं, पर बोलो, अब तो बोलो, अब तो रास्ता दिखाओ ना, कितना कुछ तो छोड़ चुका हूं, आगे क्या? At that time, there is this desperation for a guru, desperation for a guide, desperation for the Lord to open his mouth, desperation to know what next, अब क्या करूं? Then there is this desperation, right? कि अब तो चाहिए ही चाहिए guidance. This is my favorite story. One person came running to Vivekanand and Vivekanand ji was doing his puja and he said, please, I have a train to catch in a while. Can you just give me one small answer? Vivekanand ji said, puja to kar lene do. I'll finish my, I'm giving the arc to the sun and once I finish, I'll come to you and then you ask the question. He says, oh, I don't have time. My train is going and you have to just tell me. It's not a very big question. It's a small question and just take a minute of yours. So Vivekanand ji was like, okay, ask. How can I get God? भक्ति कैसे डेवलप करूं? बस इतना सा बता दीजिए फिर मुझे जाना है. विवेकानंद वाज लाइक, बूढ़ा ज्ञानी योगी तपस्वी सैकड़ों सैकड़ों हजारों साल तप करते तो भी भक्ति नहीं आती, प्रभु नहीं आते. And you want the answer to this? It's okay, I'll give you now. Vivekanand ji was a hefty fellow. Huh? So what he did is, he took this man and he was standing in the Ganges, right? Archana Surya ko de rahe the ark. So he took his head and put it in the water. Pura andar pani ke. And he held on. Now this man is struggling. He can't breathe. Beyond a point, he can't breathe, right? And now the oxygen within his lungs is also over. And he is literally... he just wants to come out somehow. He's thinking that he'll die now. Why is Vivekananda behaving like this? And that thought is also gone. Now all he wants is a breath. One breath. And then finally, when he's almost going to lose his life, Vivekananda ji takes him out. He takes a deep breath. And this man said, why did you do such a thing? If you did not want to answer, you could have told me. He said, no. When you were down, asked Vivekanand, what were you thinking of? He said, I was thinking of nothing. All I was thinking of was one breath, only one breath of air I wanted, one breath of oxygen. That is all that I could have thought of, I could think of. And Vivekanand ji let him go. And he said, Bas, you got your answer. The day you can think about your sadhana, your spiritual sadhana, your Lord, your God, in this manner, when nothing else comes to your mind, that desperation कि बस मुझे ठाकुर जी मिल जाए, मुझे रास्ता दिखा दो. I want to know you now. I have no other way and I have no way back. Then you will get your bhakti and your Bhagwan. कहते ना, हम तुम्हें चाहते हैं ऐसे, मरने वाला कोई जिंदगी चाहता हो जैसे. This is this beautiful song. रूठो हमसे तो क्या हो, पल में ऐसा लगे जिस्म से जान जैसे जुदा हो. ऐसे. And now Arjun, sadhana has reached that peak. He's saying, मुझे तो आप ही चाहिए. आप गुरु, मैं शिष्य. You are my guru, I am your disciple. अब हो जाने दो ज्ञान की वर्षा. अब दिखा दो प्रभु रास्ता. सब छोड़ दिया मैंने. सब छोड़ना बहुत आसान है. Arjun left his ego also. Arjun left his own Vivek also. We hold on to our Vivek till the very end. By discriminating ability. अरे खाक discriminating ability. उसने तो विवेक भी छोड़ दिया कि भाई अब कृष्ण सब छोड़ दिया मैंने. You are there. You guide me. I am your disciple. You are my guru. You tell me what to do. I will follow. हाँ क्वेश्चंस करूंगा पर समझूंगा भी मैं आप ही से. मुझे विश्वास है अब. This is what is needed for Krishna to start talking. है क्या ऐसी भक्ति? है क्या ऐसा भाव? है क्या सब कुछ छोड़ने की हिम्मत ठाकुर के लिए? Ask these questions. भाई गीता ऐसा वैसा कोई ग्रंथ नहीं है. Yeah, we implement Geeta in our daily lives. We can do it, but स्पिरिचुअल साधना है, प्रभु ठाकुर को पाने की कला है. Don't bring it down to the material level. This is all perishable, momentary things. Geeta is that divine wisdom. Jai Shri Krishna. We'll continue again with these 2 verses in the next session. Shri Krishna Govinda Hari Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hari Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Hanuman ki. Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Hanuman ki. Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Hanuman ki. Jai Bolo Hanuman ki. Jai Bolo Hanuman ki. Bolo Bajrang Bali ki jai. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hanuman, Jai Hanuman, Jai Hanuman.